This topic is probably so relevant that you don't even need a title for this, literally. Before you go dumpster diving, please be cautious because the bed bugs and animals and critters and things like that go on in dumpsters, you can get things for free without it getting to the point where your items are infested with bug bites. Well, bug mites. Here's what I learned. If you can get to the person that is throwing those items away, you will have a better experience overall. And most likely, the people that are throwing away those things are already planning to throw them away. It's not going into the garbage or the dumpster, okay? And usually they'll tell you what's wrong with the items. That way you are saving yourself a lot of headaches and time. I'm saying this from personal experience. I have never had a problem with something that was given to me free that had problems. They just didn't have room for it or didn't have any need for it. So I'm going to take you on a tour of some of the things that I got that we had to refinish, reupholster, and fix to get it to in working order so that it is usable and user friendly. Thank you. And watch this. This is well worth it. A bed and breakfast is getting rid of chairs, and they had so many of them. Before we even got to the chairs, we had already figured out that the chairs were stained. So talking to the bed and breakfast is one of the things that we did not know because we were amateurs. But we noticed that there were heavily water stains on them. So replacing, this is our next job. We had to refinish and stain and do all the stuff that we're doing right now with these chairs. That's one of the jobs of finding out, are the chairs safe? Yes, they are safe. That's one thing we learned right away. Are they safe to use? So we had somebody look at the chairs and make sure that the chairs are safe to sit on, safe to use. And yes, they are. That's the only one thing I would say is make sure you don't bring something into your home that is sitting out in the garbage and, for whatever reasons. Just another example of making sure you're taking it a safety tip. But I did have somebody look at it and it did work out for me in this case. Okay, this chest was upstairs in another apartment where a girl had abandoned a lot of her furniture and a lot of her items, and the maintenance told me that basically everything was safe. There was no roaches, no bugs, no problems in the apartment. So it was safe to move into my apartment. That was one of the requirements to find out. So this was, again, not a case of dumpster diving or anything like that. I changed the knobs. I went from the regular brown knobs that were factory. It's an old chest, so another situation where you just get lucky. Now this lamp is being ready for garbage, and before it even had time to even sit on the ground, I've nabbed it. And I like this type of lamp so much that I just got lucky. I was there at the right time, right place. It wasn't even sitting on the ground before I had a chance to have it in my possession. So it was a lucky call on my part. I got there at the right time, right place. No chance for the dumpster divers to grab it. I hope what you learned from this video, that you learned some safety things. You learned to be quick on your feet, sharp, and pay attention to things like pay attention to detail. See if there's a problem, contact the owners. Say, hey, you have thrown those things away, can I ask you a few questions? If it's okay, can you not put it in the garbage? Can we just pick it up and before it gets to the garbage? And most likely they'll say, yeah, that's fine. You know, if you're just going to take it, that's fine. That's usually how people react, especially if you're taking it out of their possession and they're not responsible for it. You know, it's that simple. You're not a dumpster diver. What you are doing is you're actually taking a headache away from them and you're doing them a favor. In a lot of ways, a lot of people do this with scrap metal. They do this with a lot of things. But when you see things that are there and you're giving yourself an opportunity to, you know, take possession of something and fix it up and clean it up and reuse it, you're upcycling. So take a chance on yourself, learn a new skill, upcycle. That's it. Thanks for watching.